you know, there's not much scientific proof to promote drinking 3 glasses of milk a day? In fact, we're only encouraged to do so to help support the companies that produce milk. All of these Got Milk campaigns and posters aren't funded by the FDA, but rather the California Milk Board. Our being fed false information doesn't stop there though, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Perhaps the worst case of false advertising comes in the form of a pyramid, the food pyramid to be exact. Introduced to America in 1992, this well-known guideline explains to Americans in very simple terms what they should and shouldn't fill their diet. From the bottom up, the food pyramid promotes eating carbohydrates as our main sustenance. Do you know who else eats carbs as their main food source? Pigs who need to gain weight for slaughter. According to Walter Willett from the Harvard School of Public Health, farmers have known for thousands of years that you can make animals fat by feeding them grains as long as you don't let them run around too much. And as it turns out, this applies to humans as well. No wonder America is among the fattest countries in the world. When the food pyramid was first published in 1992, the idea was to give Americans a simple, easy way to help manage what they should and shouldn't eat. However, what the USDA failed to provide along with their handy-dandy triangle was the data to support it. Study after study has shown that high-carb diet actually leads people to gain weight rather than lose it. In addition to promoting carbohydrates, the food pyramid also places proteins at only 2 to 3 servings a day compared to carbs having 6 to 11 servings. This is dangerous because protein is what our body uses as energy. The hormone insulin transfers protein into the muscles of our body where it will be used up as energy. The same process happens with carbs and sugar, except they are transferred to the fat cells. Since our body uses the proteins stored in the muscles, the carbs just sit and accumulate in the fat cells and never get used up. In essence, our food pyramid promotes a diet that will only lead us to gain weight. The USDA did have our best interests at heart when they created the food pyramid, but they also had the interests of the meat and dairy companies to consider as well. If the USDA would put aside the interests of the food industries and devote a portion of their funds as to researching how foods affect the human body, they would easily see that the message they are sending is wrong. It would cost millions to reconstruct the American mindset of what foods are healthy or not. But let me ask you this, would you justify spending that money if it meant your children would live a longer and healthier life?